Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Howler for an Hour. This is another animal game. This one is called Sheep for the Stars, which is a cute little pun on Reach for the Stars. This is a game I probably wouldn't have actually accepted as a key. If it wasn't for the fact that it has a sheep theme, and I think that's kind of cute. This one describes itself as sheep strapped to rockets and jetpacks star this precision/rage platformer. So, oh boy. Boost through perilous terrain and traps to reach the goal in record time. Or just before everyone else. Every sheep has dreamed of touching the stars. Will you be the first? It is sheep game. It is rage platformer game. I think it's fairly straightforward from that, but we'll see what it does with it and if it's interesting. Just because a rage game is a rage game doesn't mean it's a bad game after all. It all depends on what it's doing with it. For instance, I would say Getting Over It's an interesting game. It is a rage game, but like it's kind of interesting. The narrative is kind of funny, especially when you consider like how it is chill, but also makes you more mad at it, and it's kind of clever actually. So there are good rage games out there. We'll see if this is one of them. But of course, before we start, if you like the video, think about giving a like, maybe dropping a sub if you'd like to help that. That way, maybe coming over to Twitch if you want to hang out with us, talk to us live, socialize. Keep me some company. It's always nice to have an active chat. So thank you for coming by if you want to. We also have a pretty cool Discord server if you want to check that out. We have a coffee link if you would like to help us directly monetize our content. I really appreciate it if you did. So think about it if you can. And also there's a merch store if you want to buy some cool stuff. Links in the description. Check them out as you feel like. Zolan says, I just imagine this is what Esther is doing when not at work. Oh, I hope not. It probably is very dangerous. I mean, look at these sheep flying around all crazy on this title screen. But also, yeah, we have here today as well, Crimson Fair and Chris Sobs hanging out.
Hey.
Hello. So I know it's a customize. Let's start with customizing. Can I customize? Okay, this is the sheep, I guess. This is okay. Oh, we can do.
Where is Esther?
Working today, I imagine. Probably, if everything's going well.
Oh, that's what's missing the sheep game.
He is missing sheep. He's missing the sheep games because technically, last game had a sheep. This game is a sheep, and Oversloop is a very good sheep game. I already know that because I played the demo, but now the full release is out. And again, current chat, we are going to do a giveaway on that once we get to it in a little bit. So if you're patient and stuff, we'll do a giveaway and hand out some keys. So.
There's a sheep. There's a sheep everywhere. Sheep.
I guess I'll do. There isn't brown for Esther, and there isn't pink for me. But I guess I'll do purple. We can do rockets. Other. Oh, that looks a missile. That. I'm gonna do that one. And then a hat. Oh, Robin Hood, King, construction worker, sheriff, Viking. Why are Viking helmets so common? We just played a game with a Viking helmet just before this as a hat option. Cheese! I like cheese. Goggles, little security guard hat.
Cheese.
Witch hat? That's good. Actually, I'll do witch hat. Leprechaun, pirate, top hat. Those little, I don't know what the official word for that hat is, but I know it's like a Middle Eastern hat. Box! And nothing. Okay. We'll do sheep. Fez, thank you.
Yeah.
Alright, there's multiplayer to this? Compete with other 3 players to see who's the ultimate sheep. Host or join. I mean, that has an extra value, yeah? Let's see. Easy mode, normal mode, or hard mode. S rank disabled in easy mode, +2 feel. Oh no, I can't get an S rank in easy mode. That makes me so sad and will ruin my play experience. Because this is a rage game, I think I'll pick easy mode. Normal is default charge. Hard mode is slower charge, and water has. I assume that's rising water as you play, probably. That just ends your whole run. Let's do easy mode so I can see more of it. So we have World 1 is like a farm. World 2, which is like a city. World 3, which is like a desert. Or Greece. World 4, which is like mountains. And that's it. Okay. As a man born and raised in Wisconsin, I'd be obligated to do what she said. Fair enough. Oh yeah, okay. Right. Right. I think I've seen games like this, so let me guess. I aim, and then I press, and I hold down, and then I go up there. Okay, yeah. Do I even... Wait, actually, do I just... Oh, you have so many... I see. I can do it as many times as I have fuel. And then I land, and then when I fully land... Yeah, then I refuel. I like how he started falling off the ledge there. Oh, and then he slow beans rolling. Okay, that's actually pretty cute. Okay.
Sheep is round.
Okay, it has... So, yeah, you can boost as many times as you have charges. In a normal game, you'd have 3, and this one I'm having 5. 3 feels, like, fine for this, but... I don't care about my range, so...
It's a little bit of mini-golf.
Kinda, yeah. And if there's a slope, you can't land on it, so you have to remember that. And, oh, okay, there's fuel cakes in the air, and you can just pick those up to immediately refuel. Okay.
Now, I wonder if those reappear when you land.
Probably, I bet they will. Oh, maybe not. One-time use, that's interesting. So if you use it for a combo and mess it up, you might want to just restart the level. Wait, what happens if the sheep rolls over there? Oh, they're just gonna fall off. Yeah. Interestingly, you don't have to come to a complete stop to refuel. It's just, like, there's several times where I refuel and then I'm also still about to fall off a ledge and I can just boost. So that's interesting. This reminds me of those free games you find on those websites. I have a bunch of free games. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. This definitely has flash game, click to do with the kind of fly around kind of vibes.
Like armor games. Charm played Sushi Fish. I mean, Sushi Cat, right?
I don't know. Maybe. So, like, for instance, that refuel makes a big difference. If I fell back down and didn't have any more, I might just want to restart the level at that point, because I would... Because it's kind of important to have that refill. So yeah, I'm playing the easy mode, so it would be harder if I wasn't, but... I do think the mechanics do feel pretty good overall.
Easy mode's probably... Oh yeah, they said it was something like, you get 2 more jumps.
Yeah, which makes a big difference.
Yeah. 2 more jumps, can't get S rank.
Oh, well. Could not get my sheep to settle down. Oh wait, maybe they do. They do come back. It just takes a while, maybe.
Maybe they have to be off screen.
Maybe. It's actually already getting very tricky.
This is more like an arcade game.
Like, even with the extra refills, it's getting a little tricky there. Okay, World 2. What are my speedrunners?
Oh, this looks like it would be fun to speedrun. This looks like it would be fun to speedrun. Just imagine how kinetic this would get.
I gotta say, there's a lot of rage platformers out there where you have to, like, go upwards and you can mess up. But a lot of them require, like, you have to charge it, you have to, like, land, and you have to, like, aim and charge up the jump the right amount, and then you jump it, and it's a little slow. This is actually not slow at all. You can boost as quickly as you want to, so... It's actually got a good flow for a rage game, I'd say. It's not wasting... I feel like a rage game that wastes your time is like the worst thing ever.
We need more games that respect the player's very limited time.
The mechanics, like 11? Yeah. I got an A rank on that one, which is the best rank I can get, so that's pretty good.
Nice.
I didn't actually... You know what? Sure. I didn't mean to refuel, I was just trying to land right below that, but sure.
Too late, AJ. I already made a bot in a bad joke.
I think I need something over here. Yeah, there's like... Oh, it's a fuel. I actually didn't need to go for that at all. It was out of the way, in fact. Wait, hold on. There's something weird here. What's this? Oh. You might think that's helpful, but actually I can't refuel now. I guess it's kind of helpful, but only if you use it right. Okay, I'll take it. Because that works too. I think the key here is like either learn the levels or be careful to only boost a direction when you know what's up ahead, so you don't just bonk on something. One thing that's deceptively difficult is that when you open those gates, the gates themselves are still in your way. Actually, they get more in your way because they drop down. That was enough for a refill? Okay, cool. Like there too, like I could have just boosted right into the gas, but I decided to wait and let the hill roll me into a better position, so... Definitely strategies to use here.
There's a switch under that slope on the right.
Oh, is that where it is? I love how the sheep falls off a ledge sometimes. Doesn't count? Okay, fine. One thing that's nice is that you don't have to slow down at the goal. If you hit the goal, you just do it. You just win. Okay, world 3.
This is going very fast.
That's because I play in easy mode, I guess. Also, I guess I'm not terribly unskilled. Okay, do those stay broken forever? Fair enough. So you have to bonk into those, and they'll be in your way, and then you can go through afterwards. So it's like you have to do it twice. So this game sways respectfully a little time. Honestly, I appreciate easy mode actually being easy. Or at least certainly. I'm sure the other difficulties are going to be a lot harder, but... I just appreciate that. I mean, some developers would be like, well, my rage game isn't super long, so even the easy mode needs to be really hard because I don't want the player just finishing it. But it looks like they actually are okay with you just finishing it, which I appreciate.
Well, let's see what happens at the end, because
yeah,
I'm sure we're going to go through all these levels before like half an hour has passed.
This is world 3 of 4, I think.
Yeah.
I fear I'm going to eat my words.
There's been a lot of talk of... There's a lot of eating comments today, which I'm totally okay with. Speaking of which...
Nom nom.
Nom nom. Okay.
You have to hit the other switch then.
I guess I have to go... Yeah, I guess I do. Last time I was in a situation like this, it was redundant. Both switches opened gates that were led forward, so this time I just ignored that switch. If I needed it this time. Okay. So, like, why would I grab that fuel? Even on a harder difficulty, I don't know why I'd go out of my way for that fuel. Instead of just going up and hitting some flat ground. Oh, maybe on the hard mode with the advancing wall of doom, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how fast it is. I was like, I bet I could still land that, yep. Oh, I see. Give me an obnoxiously small platform so that I can get a vantage point. Because of all the slopes, I get it. Oh no! Well, I guess kind of stuck there.
Deny.
That's a tricky too, because there's spikes. I wonder what spikes would do if I touched them.
Probably insta-kill.
That's good. Make me run. It makes me lose all my fuel, and then the sheep boss a whole bunch.
That's not an insta-kill, I guess.
Just makes the sheep very unhappy.
They start to complain to you.
I'd be unhappy.
Hehe.
Sorry, what Christoph?
Unhappy sheep.
They just see, how dare you make me go to the...
How dare you bounce me on spikes, Baba!
Yes.
With less fuel, I definitely could still beat these levels, though. It would be trickier, certainly. But I think medium definitely makes it doesn't seem too bad. Oh no, rocks! Rah! More complaints. Probably do the same thing. Or maybe they just get in the way. You definitely get in the way, huh? That's not an untrue statement. There, finally. I noticed though the rocks don't seem to like be falling in a pattern though. Like there's no like a rock fell down there, but then I kind of bumbled around there for a bit. Another rock didn't show up though, so maybe they're kind of one time. Oh, had to quickly go back down there. Kind of feels like the best bet is to go straight up as possible a lot of times. Again, weirdly placed fuel. What's that?
The goal is to go up. Straight up's the most efficient way to do that.
When you can. Oh no. Oh, that's quite a mercy platform over there. Nah, nah. Complaints cause rock. Yeah, this is actually the first really bad fall, but it's fine. At least I got the rocks out of the way.
And before they respawn.
Maybe. We'll see. Oh, they do. At least one of them did. Okay, that path is just not a path, I think. Oh, hey, thanks, Rock. Oh, never mind. Oh, I see. They despawn eventually. Okay. Yeah, I don't think going that path makes sense. Like, I'll go left. Oh yeah, looks kind of tricky. I'll go over here. Oh, I have to do it though. Oh no! I hit the spikes. I had a feeling that would happen. Oh, I could have hit that fuel. I'm gonna hit that fuel if I'm lucky. Nope. Okay, this section is the first section I would say is actually difficult because there's a lot you have to do here without having any landing points.
You didn't hit the fuel, but you did refuel.
What's that?
You refueled when you were rolling down.
Really?
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah.
I noticed that too.
I did not notice that. I didn't see a refuel message.
strange.
I usually look for the refuel message that appears above the sheep, because I'm watching the sheep anyways. But I didn't see one there. Oh, there was big snow there, so my first boost was very bad. Basically, the snow got in the way. Okay. That wasn't too bad. I even got an A rank, so I did good then. Basically, what these snowplows... Please stop. What those snowplows mean, basically, is that your first boost is just bad. Oh, refuel! Oh, awesome. I don't know how I did twice. I swear. I'm just trying to land and the rock bumps me. Okay, the rage platformer part is... I see a little bit of rage, you know. But the rocks are only a problem because they're random. I was hoping that if the heavy snow makes it so my boost is bad, maybe it also helps me stick to the platform? No. No extra sticking to the heavy snow, sadly.
Selective physics.
So it only hinders, doesn't... okay. Yeah, the rocks suck because they're not really... Like, yeah, these, like, spinning things could be in my way, but they're still predictable, right? Meanwhile, the rocks are just like, lol. Oh, wait, actually, I take that back. I did slow down a little bit there. When I was trying to land on that. So, maybe I'll teeny bit. I was going to do something fancy here to land here, because if I boost too high up, this thing will bump me out of the way, so I have to be smart about that. You know what? That's good enough. I got the refuel. That's what I cared about. Oh no! I was hoping I could just use that to go to the right, and it bounced me too far. Yeah, this is definitely rage platformer level here. Oh, wait, I see what you mean, by the way. I guess if you're falling long enough, the game is like, I guess we'll give you a refuel. Must we? Oh yeah, look at the icon lower left. If you take too long falling... It actually does... It fills up to a refill bar if you fall long enough. It's specifically based on how much you fall.
That's good. That makes it less likely that players will fall... Yeah, it makes it less likely for players to be like, I was right up there at the top, and now I'm all the way back at the bottom. Which is always unfun.
I have a feeling that probably gets removed in the hard difficulties.
Maybe. Also, do you notice the water under the platform at the beginning? That's what I was saying. I bet there's water that rises up over time.
Probably.
And the hard mode, I mean. I probably could have just gone for the gold, but whatever. There we go. Okay. Huh. Alright. Surprisingly, very little going on this level. I was expecting more rocks or something. That's the last level of World 4. Campaign complete! Try challenge mode next. Alright, so that really is just 4 worlds. Okay. Campaign 50%. What do you mean campaign 50%?
You didn't get all the S ranks.
Well, I got 0 S ranks, technically. Because I couldn't get S ranks in easy mode. So I find that curious that it says 50%. So, what did I do exactly half of? I guess maybe the no, challenge is separate. What is challenge? Oh, no water, no danger. Water contact restarts level. 1 attempt, water ends run. Oh no, insane. 1 attempt, water ends run. Oh, it's a speedrun thing. So, yeah. That's what challenge mode is. So I guess campaign wants me... So it actually... I didn't know there'd be a percentage. So I guess I mean normal mode now. Let's see. Wait, I'm confused. Did I play some of these levels on medium? Oh, no, it's just rating the difficulty of the level. Okay. But it didn't say my ranks from the easy mode. Huh. There, that's an S rank. Oh, there's a target time for the S rank. I see. It was. Did you see that? It was 8 seconds, and I got in 7. So that's the condition for S ranks. Okay, now that I got an S rank, which didn't take me long at all, 52%. Okay, so I think the better rank you get, the more of the percentage you fill up for campaign mode. And I just happened to get a mix of A, Bs, and Cs that exactly added up to 50% on the first run. Which is very strange. But basically, if you want to get campaign mode 100%, you'd have to S rank everything. I get it now. That being said, I'm not really interested. Let's switch it up to hard mode. Let's see how this applies to things. So there's water, and I'm guessing that. Oh, look at that! The target. I appreciate this. The timer doesn't start until I do my jump, and then it's like, all right, we're in. Yeah. Alright, it looks like hard mode is only for those wanting the challenge, though, because it looks like you can still S rank on normal mode, so... Hello, Ace! Thanks for checking out the game. Is this your game? I like how I floated a little bit, and then I lost, too. That's kind of funny. I'm noticing a lot of good design decisions in this for as simple as it is.
Oh, yeah. It's short and sweet, and it's tricky, but it's not tear your hair out, at least after we've played easy mode.
Yeah, I have to say, for a rage platformer, this really does respect the player. Some of these levels I felt a little bit... I just finished the easy mode, which is pretty easy, I'd say. There's only a couple levels I had hiccups on. I feel like normal mode is probably where the intended difficulty is. I think with normal mode, I definitely will have more challenge with certain levels, but I also don't think it'll be too bad. For a rage platformer, this isn't very ragey, and that's not really a bad thing. It is. I definitely see the potential for a bit more rage in some levels. Oh, look at that bounce I got. That was good. Now, getting these S ranks, though, that might be where the rage comes in, or at least the... No, so close. Hold E to reset. I do appreciate that. I feel like it might be better if it was a tapped button to reset, though, so you can restart real fast rather than having to hold. That's just my thoughts. I also noticed something. There's no milliseconds, so like that I should have failed because I got over 8 seconds. but it just rounds to 8 because it wasn't 9, so it still counts. Which, again, I appreciate that, actually. It gives you a little bit of mercy. So even if you got 8 and 3/4 a second, it still counts as 8. But yeah, let's see, another S rank. What does that do for my score now? 55, yeah. I wonder if there's anything for 100%ing the campaign. I don't really feel like doing it. But I think this game is cute. There isn't much to this or anything, but like there's not a whole lot to this game. With only a total of 20 levels for this. But I still think that it's perfectly fine. I think the price tag's maybe a little bit high at $7. I think this is a very solid game. I don't feel like it's $7. I feel like it's $4. That's what I feel like for this. That's kind of what I would imagine as a number for this. It's quite okay, Ace. Quite okay. Watch the VOD for more feedback. Yeah, I think it's a nice game. I think that I don't completely agree with the price, but also I don't feel like the price is like terrible or anything either. So, pricing is always one of those things that's impossible to get a perfect number on for a lot of things, I think. I don't think I played a single game where I'm like, I know exactly what the price for this should be. So I just give my best guesses. I do like how these S ranks basically demand speed over anything else. Oh, yeah, see, I was 1 second too short. I actually really like the S ranks now that I'm doing them. They don't feel... I was wondering if this game just has a good pace. It does respect the player's time, which I appreciate. And I noticed the S rank, if I have to stop to pause on the ground, then I probably have lost the S rank, so... I have to, like, make sure I balance the feel out, so I don't have to do that.
So this is definitely built for speedrunners, huh?
It definitely, yeah, especially considering the challenge mode is purely, you know, speedrun. It's basically an insane mode that has, like, speedrun qualities, if you noticed what I said earlier. Oh, that's done. I do have to say, it's kind of fun to go for the S-rank, so now I figured it's probably smart that I'm going for them now. I'm trying them out, because I think that is actually where the game really shines when you're trying to go for S-ranks. Okay, I do need that fuel tank. Because now I'm starting to think about my pathing more, and that feels actually pretty good. Oh, that's not a path. Ah. You do need to remember the layouts, too, while you're doing it. There we go. 2 seconds under. Yeah, definitely feeling this. Hard mode also slows down the idle charge. That's true, too. Some of the S-ranks will take quite a while. I definitely see that. These target times don't feel unreasonable, but they do feel challenging. And getting to some of the levels can be quite challenging, too. I can definitely see how this will end up being... If you're going for S-ranks, which I think is definitely the point of the game, that's how you designed it, right? Then you're going to have more gameplay here, and more game time. And I think that's good. I don't know where to go for the next fueling after that. Target time 20 seconds. I still feel like I can't pause for 20 seconds. I gotta find the next fuel tank. Where is it? Actually, maybe I do have to pause. Where would I pause? I guess here. There might be enough time with 20 seconds to pause. Gotta be fast about that landing, though. Where is the next fuel tank? It's pleasant. It's nice. These ones to capture more of the casual audience, which I definitely think I qualify as that. Gave me a good look at the game, which I appreciate. There's the next fuel tank. I wasn't sure where it was. So it's right above there. Okay, got it. Yeah, I'm not gonna play every level of the S rank, because, I think I technically could, though. This feels approachable. It's just... we have other games to get to, too. But... I definitely see how this could be enjoyed. I do think it's fun. I can tell you put effort into this. I like how, I like the little animations with the sheep, for starters.
Very silly.
I will admit, like, we're not really the target demographic for this style of game. The reason we're playing it is mostly because sheep. We like sheep.
Sheep.
Okay, I'm not even at the top, but I'm out of time. Okay. Oh, almost at top, though. Okay, but I'm like 5 seconds off. I wonder how would you get S-rank on this one? Let's see. I feel like you gotta stop, but I don't know where the best place to stop is, basically. Especially when these dang things are in my way, and I'm like, get out of my way, but I have to, like, wait.
Hey, you're an indie dev. Don't worry too much. You don't have the same expectations on you as people have for AAA devs. So, take your time.
Launch went pretty poorly. There's a level pack, but I don't know if I can feasibly finish it. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's understandable. This stuff can be hard to work. Oh. Well, that's gonna be... Man, this S-rank... Yeah, this S-rank is challenging. I believe you when you say you make sure they're all possible. But it definitely feels like a tricky one, this one. I feel like I absolutely have to stop over there. Actually, you know what? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I should be stopping to the left, even though it's a little lower. I think that'll put me in a better position than the gas can. No, I need to go up higher to get it. Wow, this is a tricky one. I'm just going to try to figure out this S-rank and then probably go to another game. But let's figure out this S-rank, because I feel like this level is giving me a true idea of like how the game works.
You know, here, this is where it becomes more kind of like a puzzle game.
It is a puzzle, yeah. See, obviously, if that gas can would be easier if I went from the left, but there's really no ground to go from the left, so I can't really do that. I have to go through where it's all the evil spinning things. And you notice how the evil spinning things are very evil because they're always timed just right to be in my way. And getting there to 20 seconds feels really tricky. You almost had it. I did. Well, I got there at 25 seconds, which was too slow, but it did kind of mean the route I picked was okay. Hold on, I gotta explain. It's very important to boost quickly, but not so quickly you're wasting your momentum charge. Your momentum, that is. I think, okay, that's definitely a tree to get there before... Oh, I think I understand something. Oh, I missed.
No, I missed!
No. Well, I'm thinking about, like, maybe you're supposed to slip between those two before they connect like that. Maybe you're supposed to be fast and get between them before they can get in the way. The level is timed such where if I wait at the beginning, the spinning things are more likely to be in my way. So I need to be moving before... There we go. That's it. I could have made it, but I was one boost short. Yeah, I see the route now.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a puzzle. It's a puzzle of figuring out the route.
And then it becomes the rage game, because then it comes down to execution.
Yeah. I see where the rage game is now, yeah. I appreciate the easy mode, though I could just see the levels, though. That was also nice. Oh, well, that went unfortunately.
So,
the
Ace,
you start, you gotta go.
Want to see this on GDQ? Ace, you want to see this game at GDQ someday?
It could work for it. I also like the little details you put in, like how the sheep baws its disapproval if you hit a bunch of objects. It's cute.
This could totally be a great filler game, actually.
For GDQ?
Because it's very quick.
Oh, I'm sure they could beat it real fast, actually, yeah.
I'm betting the estimate for this would be like, what, 15 minutes?
Darn, I had an idea there, but... Wait a second to go really fast, but it didn't work. Whoops. Messed that up. My best edited challenge was about 6... You beat this whole thing in 6 minutes, wow. Yeah, I guess these levels are very short, technically. If you know what you're doing. I admit, when I first got into this, I thought this was going to be one of those throwaway games that somebody just slapped together really fast and just to make a quick buck. But I could tell that that is not what this is. It is simple and it is short, but I could tell there's polish put in here. And a lot of little thoughts about exactly how things work. So I can tell that this is, you know, I can tell this is a proper development effort. Even though I wasn't quite sure at the beginning. No quick buck. 0.5 cells a day since... How did... 0.5? How does it even become a fraction like that?
1 sale every 2 days.
Oh, I see. I guess that would make sense. Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, that's not very... How many days has it been out? By the way, that is what I need to do. I need to be fast enough to get through that.
Days, so... Wait. Oh dear.
So you made $5 on this project, or no, sorry, it's $8. Is it? Did I say $8?
$7.
$7? Okay. So you made...
And
5 cells, 7, that's 45?
But only 5 sales in 10 days. Oof.
Yeah, that's not very many. Well, I think part of the problem is exactly what I said. Like, as far as a marketing standpoint goes, this game did look pretty unassuming. The only reason I even accept the key for it is because I do like sheepies, and I like how you're used to the sheep here. They're cute. They're simple, but they're cute. I like their little... I like their movements, I like their baz. It's a good choice of creature for this. It's silly, sheep with rocket, but I like it. But, yeah, the problem is, it may be too unassuming, so people just look at it real briefly and they're like, yeah, whatever. And then they move on because they don't think anything special is there. I like the art style you went with, though, honestly. Like, look at the hills in the background and how they have sort of a sketchy look, if you look. I like things like that, the pixel sketchiness. You did a good job with the assets, adding that little effect to, like, the objects.
Regional pricing. Which region, I wonder? Canada?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I think it might be giving me the price in Canada, I'm not sure. Ah! I could have made it! Yeah, this is why I'm not going to play the whole thing or anything, because I knew that if I tried that, I'd be here forever. That's why I was like, I'll do it with one more level, because I could tell this level was doing a bit more with the S rank, and like actually forced me to. Really, I want to point out this is level 3. Man, I don't know if I can actually pull off the S rank here. I at least understand the route, but I don't know if I can pull it off. Though unfortunately, that one run I had that was actually fairly good. I had like 2 runs that are fairly good. But they're so far apart at this point, I don't quite remember what I did in them now. Like, they're a little too far off, basically. I know that's what I did there.
Other one? Yeah. That's what
okay. Right, I need to go around that one. I keep going, trying to go through them. But that's not what you do. Darn, that bop wasn't... I need to be very careful that last charge, though. I'm running out of fuel before I get to the platform, basically. So I need to use my fuel a little wiser. Like that. Take my time a little bit more. There, I did it. And then for 3 seconds spare. So there you go. Once you can figure out the route and notice the difference there, I had a 3-second lead on it. Thank you. I think I'll call that an accomplishment. Well, it's almost fully S rank world. So I'm actually a little curious, Ace. I noticed that as you get S ranks and as you get ranks in general, with higher ranks giving more, the percentage goes up on campaign. Little curious, what happens at 100%? Since I'm probably not going to be able to do that.
I already asked. They answered.
Oh, what did they say? I was focusing on the puzzle.
They said, there's an achievement for 100% campaign and challenge mode with an update that does a bit more.
Oh, cool. And there are special levels there in the build yet. Ah, I see. Still working on it. Extra levels would be a great reward. I assume very difficult ones. If you got that far. Art style, every game is Pixar and a lot of reused asset packs or mixed perilous styles. In my own models of glitter using 3D stylies, and I think people hate it. You know, I really appreciate this. I don't mind games that use asset packs if they're doing it well. Or if they're, blending things together well or adding their own spin to things. That's okay to use asset packs. And I actually like pixel art games too, if they're done well. But I do appreciate somebody who bothers to make their own models and such. Here's the thing though. I really appreciate you did that, but I wasn't actually sure if you were using an asset pack or not. I did notice things that didn't seem like an asset pack, like the sketchy style to the environment and stuff. But also, I think that you can add that with 3D shaders as well onto existing 3D assets with some engines. So I wasn't sure if you did that yourself or not. I think the problem here is that I actually really appreciate what you've done artistically. But it's difficult to tell if you did it or if it's a generic pack or something. Unfortunately, it just happens to kind of look like it could possibly be an asset pack. It's really hard to tell these days. There's so many of those asset packs out there, too. I could tell it wasn't the most popular one, though, at the very least. Have you guys... You probably all know what I'm talking about because you've probably seen it around on Steam. The low poly asset packs, they have a very distinct look to their humanoids. The low poly asset pack. The low poly asset pack is like everywhere, and I've played some games that are good with that low poly asset pack, but I've played a lot of games that are very lazy as well. But the game is definitely VFX share. There's nothing wrong with that. I appreciate your model work though, even if it's a bit thankless, because I don't think a lot of people will be able to tell that you made your own models. But I all I could tell was that if it was an asset pack, I didn't recognize them. Like, I do, like, you put a lot of work into the models, though. Like, they may be simple. Like, look at, the sheep is simple, but then look at it bounce around and turn its head. Do little wriggles. I see the work you put into this. Those animations are cute. The X-Shop Simulator games, that's one example. The low poly asset art pack that I see everywhere, which has a ton of different assets, is in all sorts of genres at this point, but... And you did a low poly art style too, but it's not the same as that. And that's very notable because that low poly asset pack I'm talking about has very flat shape, has very distinctly flat and simple kind of look to it. Like, I know it's low poly, but like there's no texture work or anything. And
they said a lot of the game is definitely VFX shaders.
That's fair. And they do really... Honestly, I think that your shaders blend very well with your models. I think it adds a nice bit of texture to them. Oh, sorry, Ace. I was copying a little bit. That's fair. I do think that you did a good job with this, though. I was saying earlier... I don't know if you caught that, but I was saying that I think that while I appreciate all the nice model work you did on your own, I appreciate just the fact that you made your own models. That's... A lot of people don't do that these days. The problem is, I think that your models are not, like, in a distinct enough style that people will recognize that you're putting in that work. Like, I completely believe you, and I see the subtleties that tell me that, like, yeah, that is true. I don't think this is coming from an asset pack. These actually do look original. But they're still simple, so I think the problem is, unfortunately, the art style does look like it could be an asset pack, even if it isn't. And I'm not trying to insult your style at all. I'm just, honestly, I'm just more an insult to all the acid packs. There's too many of them.
It looks just a little too simple, basically.
Yeah. Especially with that low poly acid pack, or acid packs that are very popular of, like, games that are just slapped together these days on the Steam store especially. Unfortunately, that low poly acid pack kind of gives us, what's the word? We played some games even using those acid packs that are good, but that low poly acid pack style, if we see it, that immediately like triggers a gut reaction that this might not be a good game. That's the problem with acid. Acid packs are useful. They're not bad that they exist, but if a bunch of people use them for really lazy games, that just makes you kind of have a bad reaction when you see them. And unfortunately, like I said, this kind of looks like it could have been a low poly acid pack, but I mean, playing it, seeing how you've animated them and such, I can tell that this is more original than that. But on a store page, on a Steam store page and stuff, it might be hard to tell the difference. Which, I don't think people hate your art style. I think they're just assuming it's another mid game. Wait, is mid a bad thing or a good thing? I forget how that's used. Basically, another low quality acid flip kind of game. Unfortunately. Mid is probably pretty bad. Yeah. And there's a bit more. There's a bit more when you get into this and you actually play it. I can tell that, too. One thing that, like I said, the first thing that I noticed wasn't that you made your own models until you told me that I wasn't sure. But what I did notice, even before you showed up, was that this game actually had pretty tight design and wasn't wasting your time. We played other precision... We played rage platformers before that had you had to charge up your jump a certain amount, and it was really slow, and then you fell down, and you were like, ah! And you had to take your time, though, and charge your jump still to get back up. And in this one, you just pop, you go wherever you want really fast. And, you just run out of charges. You gotta make sure to land or grab fuel. I like the pace of this, is what I'm trying to say. For a rage platformer, this is much more fast-paced than they usually are. And so, failing doesn't feel as bad, because you can, get right back up there if you know what you're doing. So, I appreciate that pace. It really works well for this genre. But yeah. Maybe I shouldn't really take it as a precision platform. Maybe I should have better set tags. It feels less... I mean, it is kind of a precision platform, but it's called more of a speedrunning-focused routing pathing game. Where when you're focusing on getting those part times for S rank, suddenly the game feels different. Like that level I got stuck on, that level was barely memorable when I was playing on easy mode and not caring about rank, but when I was trying to go for the S rank, that suddenly became a big old puzzle I had to solve. So it is kind of, I would not say precision platform, I would say kind of just, speedrun puzzler or whatever. Is there, I don't know if there's a term for that, where routing, it's a routing platformer, for speedrun routing platformer or something. Racing, but there's racing Steve. It's not quite racing. Though I mean, I guess you are racing the clock to get the S rank, but it's less about racing and going fast, and it's more, I mean, there's fast, you have to go fast, but it's more about finding the exact right line, the exact right path to optimize. I guess it does remind me of racing games a little bit, like if you play a realistic one like Gran Turismo, where if you want to get a good time, you got to make sure to follow the course just right, like take the turn, adjust the right angle and stuff so you don't lose too much speed if you want to hit those license tests just right and stuff. Which those games were about routing as well, technically. Racing games can be very much about routing for optimization for the best times, but it's not quite a racing game when it's a platformer like this. Yeah, it's something else. I'm not sure what to call it, though. That's a very difficult thing. I can't really define a genre for this. But I definitely would say that, focusing towards the speedrunners on this and point out that there is some nuanced quality pathing they can do in this. And I think that's part of the fun for a speedrunner. Figuring out the pathing to optimize and get the best time. I think this game tickles that itch, even though I'm not much of a speedrunner. I think I could pick up on that is here. But yeah, I honestly think this is pretty good. I do think that another reason that you may not be getting that many sales is the price tag, though. I feel like a few more people might give this game a chance if its price was just a little bit lower. Of course, I understand if you can't or don't want to adjust it, but I do feel like it's a little teeny bit high for a game with this level of content. Now, again, like, there's way more content here if you're going for the S ranks, because that will take time. So this game could take hours and hours. If I tried to get all S ranks, I would really much get my money's worth at that point. But as far as a way to introduce the player into it, I feel like that price tag is keeping some people out. You bumped it down to $4.99. Oh, you did? Well, thank you. Thank you for taking my suggestion. I think $5 is a much more reasonable price for this. I feel like $5 is just right, because like, there's still going to be people that look at this and go like, this isn't worth $5. This looks really simple. But if somebody bothers to spend $5, I think they'll be happy with their purchase as long as they like this sort of thing. And again, I would recommend putting it in the description stuff, mentioning how like this is a speedrunning focused, routing based. You could still say precision platformer, but basically making it clear, like, because I think that I could tell that the most work you put in here was for those S ranks, wasn't it? You put a lot of work into tweaking those and fine tuning the S ranks so that the player had to find that right path, that right timing, that right rhythm to get up there in time. So since that's the main, like, I feel like that's what you focused on the most, and it feels like that's the point of how you should be playing the game. So I would focus on that in the marketing and the Steam page, mentioning how it is based around speedrunning and routing. Basically balanced around the water level rise in hard mode with tweaks to tune for S-rank times. Oh, yeah. I just realized I haven't really done the water mode. I did look at it really briefly, but, let's see here. How does that... Let's go back to that level I was just doing a whole bunch real fast. Target time's the same. Now, you said the recharges are slower. Does that affect me being in the air? Does that affect me refueling? I assume not. It would affect this, though. It would affect me here. Messed up. So I feel like hard and medium mode probably feel about the same if you're going for the S rank. Since the water rising is not really a factor right now for me, because, like, if I get hit by the water, then I've gone too slow for the S rank anyway, so it's kind of not a factor, I feel like. Not that that's a bad thing, just kind of noticing that. Wow, look at that! Look at that! After I figured out the route and actually pulled it off, I went back in, and look at that! It took me just like a couple attempts, and I got an S rank on the hard mode version, too. Because... And that proves it right there. The routing is the key to this. You figure out the route, and suddenly you can get that S rank way easier. I like that.
Well done.
Like that kind of put it to the test, like how quickly I was able to get the S rank again. After remember how much time I spent on a level previously, because I was taking the wrong route over and over again. But now that I know the right route because I pulled it off, and that kind of made it a thing I could memorize, then going back in, it barely took that much time for me to get another S rank. The one in hard mode, those features are used as a time for the fall and challenge mode. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, this might just be a little bit too easy for those people that really like rage games.
I think marketing this as a rage game is a mistake. Because I don't think it is. Like, even like it's when I'm starting to engage this S rank challenge, I still don't feel like it's a rage game. It's challenging, but it's not like a rage kind of challenge. It's more of a, oh, I gotta fine tune this. Like, again, like a difficult racing game or something. You can have that.
I wonder if maybe arcade would work.
Arcade,
yeah,
arcade platformer with an emphasis on speedrunning and routing. Maybe it's something like that. I don't know. I'm not very good at... I don't think I'm good at writing marketing material, so I can't help too much there, but... yeah, honestly...
Not good at writing my materials, this person who reviews games for a living.
What's that?
Oh, boy.
Hey, listen, I don't... I review games, I don't market them. I market them through my reviews, so there's a difference.
I mean, to be fair, like, the worst marketing of games I've ever seen is probably from IGN.
So wow, I did spend the whole hour. Honestly, that was pretty engaging once I started going for the S-ranks. I don't know if I want to complete this whole game, because, again, I'm not much of a speedrunner. I can enjoy it a little bit. Probably not for the entire game, though. But I know people that would and could. And I think that this game would actually prove to be a nice challenge for them. Especially with the later levels. Remember, on the later levels, even on easy, I was having a little trouble with some of them. The levels with the rocks will be a heck of a thing to route. But they do fall from the same position. They do fall from the same position each time. And so there's a mild bit of randomness with how they bounce. And that's going to be a key detail to remember. But they do start in the same position. I think that you can route that. But yeah, Sheep for the Stars. Especially now that the developer kindly lowered the price a couple bucks, I would recommend this. If this is a game that you would enjoy. If you like speedrunning, routing, precision, as far as like getting a good time and getting a good route, try this one out. It's worth the $5 if you like that sort of content. If you're not a big fan of that content, I don't think I'd recommend it, but I definitely would recommend it if you like a tight experience. It is well tailored. We have played games that had like speedruns or like S ranks, and like you had to be really fast and get your route just right, but the games were really poorly made, so there was like aspects that could just get in the way, and it was super frustrating. I want to note that while I was going for that S rank on that level, I didn't feel frustrated. I was locked in a little bit, and it was a little challenging, and yeah, it was a little intense, but it wasn't frustrating. And I'm sure some of the later levels might frustrate me a little bit, but the thing is, like the rock levels, but the thing is, I can tell this is well designed, and that you can actually route it without a bunch of, well, basically BS happening, because it's a well put together experience. It's not sloppy, so it actually works well for this. So if you like this sort of stuff, I think you could enjoy this. So seek it out if you're interested. Sheep for the Stars. And Dev, thanks for coming by as well. This is going to be an outro for this video. But we're going to keep going after this. Don't worry, there's more to come. And we can keep talking about the game as well, as we like that too. Even if I'm going to move on to another game. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed Sheep for the Stars.
Bye.
Yeah.